Third down and 20.
Oh, yeah, a little cheeky little bonus segment. All right, here we go. Tier listing the Super Bowls.
Worst Super Bowl ever.
Okay, we are going to be going in order from the year 2000. Sorry, see, I said to you before the episode we do 2005.
Oh,
what I could find was from since 2000. But we start off with the 1 yard Super Bowl. The Rams against the Titans. I'm putting this into the best Super Bowl ever tier, in my honest opinion.
I mean, I don't remember it, but I mean, I've seen highlights and a little bit of the game. I mean, if I was around, I'd definitely be indulged in this Super Bowl. Yeah, so I definitely think that one's goated.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you're a Super Bowl that has one of the most famous plays in NFL history, that's like always shown in those Super Bowl highlights, you're probably in in the best Super Bowl ever type of category. All right, so let's move on. We have the Baltimore Ravens beating the Giants 2001, 34-7.
That's Trent Dilfer.
Yep.
That has to be one of the worst Super Bowls ever, right?
Worst Super Bowl ever.
Like, Trent Dilfer wins the Super Bowl. Like, dude, there's been so many better freaking quarterbacks out there than Trent Dilfer that deserve a Super Bowl over him.
The Giants' only touchdown was on a kick return.
Oh, dude, that's just that game would be tough to watch. I think I'd turn it off after halftime.
Yeah, it's a trash Super Bowl. All right, next Super Bowl, XXXVI. We have
my favorite.
The Patriots against the St. Louis Rams. I think this is going to be going into great game category. I don't think we can put it into best Super Bowl ever category, but this is a good fucking football. The Patriots were involved in a lot of really good football games.
Well, yeah. Well, you know why? And they're involved in about half of these Super Bowls. So, I mean, that was the Super Bowl that started Tom Brady's reign.
Yeah. So the Patriots coming into the game were 14-point underdogs. Yeah, this is kind of the Super Bowl. Like, it just put the Patriots on the map. The Pats defense was playing well, but Kurt Warner tied the game up with 1:30 to go. And then Brady has one of his classic 2-minute drills to go ahead. And then Vinatieri has an even more classic game-winning field goal to pull off the upset.
But yeah, that's greatest show on turf, right?
I think so. I don't fucking know, dude.
I'm thinking I'm right about that.
But yeah, I think that we will put it in great game. Can't
14
put
points?
What?
14-point favorite? Oh my god!
Yeah, they massively underperformed. Belichick really showed them who's boss.
I would take the Patriots all day in that. Like, I don't care what it is. It's a Super Bowl. I'm not taking 14 points.
Okay.
We
move on to, oh my god, this Super Bowl is just ridiculous. I'm putting it in disappointing. This is the Tampa Bay Raiders Super Bowl.
The Gruden.
Yeah, so this Super Bowl has a lot of like side bull crap. Ready? So, as many of you know, John Gruden was traded from the Raiders to the Buccaneers for like first round picks and whatnot. And apparently the Raiders coach that year, Bill Callahan, didn't change the playbook from when Gruden was there. So Gruden and his players knew what plays they were using, and the defense could plan around it. And this is even more crazy. The day before the game, the Raiders starting center, Barrett Robbins, disappeared and missed the game. He was, listen, this is crazy. He was hospitalized and was later diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Oh my god.
And it was revealed that he was partying in Tijuana when he went missing. Yeah, thinking that the Raiders already won the game. And he missed it.
So he just was mentally not there. Wow.
Is that not the most ridiculous thing you have ever heard?
Yeah, that's wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a little disappointing Super Bowl. The fact they didn't change their playbook and you're playing against the coach like that just like that makes no sense. Like, what are you doing?
All right, next one we have Super Bowl XXXVIII. New England against Carolina. I think this is another one that just falls short of best Super Bowl ever, but we'll put it. There are a lot of like really good Super Bowls in the past 20 years or whatever, however many this is, 20 something. I'm putting this one in great game category. I just don't think you can move it into best Super Bowl of all time. Maybe because I was still wasn't like all there.
Coherent.
Not yeah,
Yeah.
necessarily. Still a potato, I guess. Um, I like Panthers. They were down 21-10 in the fourth quarter, but made a comeback. Um, because they weren't able to complete it, like I just don't think you can put it in that insane game category. I think it's just around the same one in its category where tied up game, Brady gets the ball late, Adam Vinatieri game winning field goal. It's a great game, but not best Super Bowl ever. Let's move on. You got anything you want to say?
Nah, I mean, still, I think it's in the right category. I like it, like you said. I wasn't coherent at the time. Like I don't like I remember watching it, but I don't remember every play by play.
Yeah, I think that the next Super Bowl is in a similar category. This is the 2005 Super Bowl 39, Patriots against the Eagles. Patriots win 24-21. I think this is another great game one.
Little
Ah,
Andy Reid. That
yeah,
game was played
Andy
in
Reid.
Jacksonville too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
so
I
the big
remember more
story,
of that one.
yeah, T.O. was coming into the game really hurt. He comes in, has a great game, has like 9 catches for 120 yards. Um, and then the Eagles had a chance to win it in the final drive, but he threw a pick. Um,
Love
I
it.
don't know. I think that if the Eagles ended up winning it late, then yeah, we can put it in the best Super Bowl ever. But because they didn't, I think this is just in that same tier of good Patriots Super Bowls, but not one of the very, very top tier memorable ones. Next one we have my Steelers beating the Seahawks 21-10. I think this was just a disappointing Super Bowl at the end of the day. It's just I just think it was. Like it was just kind of boring.
Yeah, it's just kind of
I enjoyed it.
21-10.
I
I'm
enjoyed it,
sure he did. Sure he
but
did.
like the Steelers, I just felt like we were in control the entire time. It was just
hmm
it's just kind of the way the news goes.
It felt like a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, it really did, right? It
It felt
really
like a 1 o'clock game.
was the most overhyped 1 o'clock game. Maybe we could put it in the meh category, but I think it's more disappointing than meh, in my opinion. Next one, Colts Bears. I really like the Super Bowl. I'm putting it in the great game category. I think you can make an argument that it would be top of meh tier. What do you think, Mr. Steed?
This is actually the Super Bowl I truly remember as like the first Super Bowl like game through I remember. Um I think it's more top of meh,
All right, we'll
because
put it top of meh.
just because of Grossman, man, like it's just
It was definitely closer than the scoreline said, though. And
yeah,
like,
no, it
I
was played out.
love
It's a really good
Devin
game.
Hester, dude. Devin Hester is one of my favorite players of all time. The guy
Yeah,
is such a beast. But
the
I'll give it
God,
that. I think it is tippy top of Met here. Um, Next year, this is easy.
great game.
Yeah, this is New York Giants taking
Yeah,
out the
but I meant best
undefeated
Super Bowl.
Patriots. Yeah, this is a classic. I don't
Not
think much needs to be said. Eli Manning with the David Tyree catch, just getting mauled, like super memorable. Same thing for my Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl. I think this is the next one. I think this is
that's
also
Santonio Holmes. Yeah,
yes,
Santonio
Antonio
Holmes
Holmes corner
catch.
in the end zone, toe tapper. Great Super Bowl. I think that's all. This might be a little biased, but I do think it is in the best Super Bowl ever conversation. I'll order it. I think that one's
I
there.
think that one's got to be
There.
top.
Um, okay, now we have the Saints Colts Super Bowl. I think this is great
Dude.
game tier.
Oh man, it's like one of those things where like the score line, the ending score doesn't. Dude, like you want to talk about memorable moments to make it one of the better Super Bowls ever is like
That Tracy
the
Porter
all
pick six, man.
the onside kick to
Oh
start the
yeah, the
second
onside kick. Yeah,
half,
you're
like the
right.
balls by Sean Payton, the pick six, like Peyton Manning had a chance to late to tie it, and then it happens. Maybe it's top tier of a great
I
game
think it's top of great game tier. I just don't think it's good. I think that to be the best Super Bowl ever tier, it needs to be a really close game. It was a really close game, don't get me wrong, but
I mean, do you remember like those two teams started out both like 14-0 too, like
oh
just
yeah,
juggernauts.
maybe I just don't think it's like just because like I'm comparing it to the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl. Like, dude, I don't know if it, and like the Giants one, the Giants Patriots one. I don't know. Like, I don't think it matches up to that one, to be honest.
No, no, I don't think it does either. Now that I'm thinking about it, but like, yeah, I think
It's close. It's really
it's close.
close. I'll give
It's
you that.
borderline, but I'll give it a great game.
Okay, Green Bay Pittsburgh. I think this is the definition of a meh Super Bowl. Scoreline I think was closer. The game actually was. Steelers were down 21-3 in this game. We made it close. If we came back and won it, it would definitely be a great game. You know,
Hmm.
um, it's just for me as a Steelers fan. When I was watching this game, I could, even when we were coming back, I still felt we were going to lose the game, and that's what ended up happening. Even though, like fuck you, Rashard Mendenhall for fumbling the football. Like we were pretty damn close. It just really felt like even if the Packers were just in control of the game the whole time. So I
Yeah,
just think you have to put it meh.
that's one of the when the Packers were a 6 seed. I'm pretty sure, and had like that run in the playoffs too. They beat us when we were a 1 seed that year. I remember they beat us like 44 to like 17 at home.
I think
Pain.
it's just a meh.
Yeah, it's just whatevs.
Okay, the rematch of Giants Patriots. I think this one just goes into great game,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
But same result.
What do you mean, same result?
Giants win.
Yeah, yeah, obviously the Giants won. Yeah, I think this is another one. Like it's a great Super Bowl, and I think part of the reason this isn't the best Super Bowl ever category for like the recent ones is just because there have been so many like insanely good Super Bowl games recently that this one,
Hmm.
not that it was necessarily like, oh, it was only a great. It's just it's outclassed. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Now let's move on. Ravens Niners. I'm putting this one bottom of great game just because it was close. I hated this game. I hated this game.
We
Yes, it
had the
was close.
blackout.
Yes, it was. The blackout killed the good Super Bowl vibes for me. It killed it. It was like another halftime. It gave who I think it was it the Niners or the Ravens that were up big in the game and they came back. There was one of those teams that was up big and then the power outage gave them another halftime to come back. I forget which one it was, but I
I want
hated
to
that
say
Super Bowl.
I can't remember, but I think the Ravens were up.
And it totally wasn't the fact that if the Niners won, they would have tied the Steelers on Super Bowl and the Ravens. Um, enough said. But yeah, that's bottom. I might even put that Mets here. I think it has to be great game because it was really close. And it was a really good football game. But I hated the blackout. See, yeah,
But
dude,
it was
like
with Marshawn.
yeah, that was insane. That Super Bowl, just not running it on the 1 yard line, so iconic. Just everything about that game was awesome. Easily arguable for the best Super Bowl ever. Next one, Denver versus Carolina.
I think
I
that's
think this one's
disappointing.
disappointing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think because we were all expecting that MVP level Cam Newton to come out and show what he's got, do his thing. And the only big play that we remember about Cam Newton was him not diving for the football when, on the fumble. Him
Yeah.
just pulling up. I think that's disappointing for me. You agree? All right, here we go. This one, you want to handle this one, Big Steve? I'm so sorry, but this has
And
to be best Super Bowl ever category.
it could be considered worst Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, if this is Steed rankings, there it is. Worst
I
Super
wouldn't even
Bowl
put it on the
ever.
fucking list. Doesn't even count.
I gotta add a new tier for worst Super Bowl ever and forget pain.
Just pain.
I'm gonna put it up here just because of how iconic it was. I don't know, like I think you can make a good argument that it's a great game just because if we're talking about best Super Bowl ever, you can make it like, oh well, through and through, right? Best Super Bowl. I think
Yeah. The thing I'm gonna say this and not gonna say like I'm gonna act like I'm not a Falcons fan. Just see it from a point of view for the chart. Is that the reason why I would say this is one of the best Super Bowls ever? Is just think about all the iconic moments. Is you know Robert Alford's pick six. Brady never been picked off in the Super Bowl. Falcons are up 28-3. Brady's comeback, the Julie Edelman catch,
that
the
Julio just every catch was
the
just going
Julio coach,
insane.
the Julio catch that should have nullified the game. Devontae Freeman forgetting how to play football, so Matt Ryan gets fucking murdered on the field, fumbles it. Jake Matthews' little holding after a 15-yard pickup from Mohamed Sanu. And I mean, there's just a lot of it. Also, first overtime in Super Bowl history too.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, definitely, but one of the best Super Bowls ever. Then, yeah, I was just gonna say because there was that point right before the Patriots started coming back. I think that a casual fan would have been like, "Ah, this is crap," you know. I'll
Well,
play.
it went from being like on pace to being the worst Super Bowl ever to now being in that tier of best Super Bowl
Yeah.
ever, and the mounter of an hour and a half.
Okay. Eagles, Patriots. This
I
one's
think that's a great
definitely.
game.
I think it's very top of great game tier.
It was, yeah, it was.
You can argue that this is best Super Bowl ever tier just because it was a close game and it was a fucking shootout and a half.
Oh yeah, it
Just teams
was.
are chucking the pill. Big Dick Nick Foles just showing why he's got the nickname. Just
Tom Brady throwing for 500 yards. Nick Foles throwing for another 350. Like it's
I'm gonna
just
put this
so good.
bottom of best Super Bowl ever tier.
Yeah, no, I actually do like that game a lot. That
I
was a
know
good game.
we're kind of treating best Super Bowl ever tier a little leniently, but I like a lot of these games. Okay. Patriots Rams.
The
Is
worst
this
Super
not
Bowl
the
ever.
definition of a disappointing game?
I mean, yeah, you get the number one offense against the number one defense. You're expecting a good game. There's not a touchdown until like the fourth quarter. It's like it was so boring. It was
This
so
may
boring.
be what worst Super Bowl ever tier, like top of worst Super. See, the thing is, because it was a close game, I feel like it's the classic disappointing game.
Yeah.
Like you think about that Seattle Denver Super Bowl just sucked. It was like, okay, this is I don't know, like not that I'm not gonna watch it, but it's like it's just a blowout. Who
Yeah.
cares? We all know who's gonna win halfway before the game is over. This game was at least close. It was boring and it was a grindy game, which I actually enjoyed it probably more than the average Joe because I just love
I
how
liked it.
physical the Patriots are playing. But it was definitely like well, I would at least like to see some more fireworks happen. um, then the last one, the Chiefs Niners. I just think like it's a meh Super Bowl. It's top of meh tier.
Really?
I don't know, like I can understand why people put it in the great game. Maybe it is bottom of great game tier.
I
Um,
mean,
I just think it's average. When you compare it to all the other Super Bowls, I just think it's kind of average.
I don't know, dude. Like it was a really good game. The 49ers got that pick with 7.5 minutes left, two scores up,
I'll
and
put a
then here
bottom of
comes
great game.
Cal.
I'll put a bottom of great game.
Maybe it's a man, but like, here comes Shanahan with with a two-score lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I think I'm underrating this Super Bowl.
Maybe it was because we watched this game together and we were at that bar and it made it better. And I threw a decent amount of money on the 49ers, and losing that money made it maybe it intensified it for me. Um, no, it's screw it. I lost money on that game. Put in the worst Super Bowl ever.
All right, but with that being said, that's our Super Bowl tier list. How do I unshare this thing? Jesus. Yeah, that's the Super Bowl tier list. Actually, I'll keep it up one real quick, one last second. I definitely think we were a little bit lenient on some of the really good games. Like half the Super Bowls are either best Super Bowl ever or great game.
Well, a quick cop out for that is isn't it supposed to be a good game? It's
True. Yeah, you're right.
these are supposed to be good games. You don't want these to be in the disappointing or worst Super Bowl ever kind of games. No one's hoping for a Denver Seattle game where it's 44-10. You know, and no one's hoping for a 28-3 comeback. You kind of just want that grudge match through the whole game.
No, yeah, I completely agree. Like Super Bowl, it's supposed to be the best game of the season, right?